show and tell before I get into the layout for today. This is just a few things I got from ninabrooks.com. So the first is the Snap birthday set that you just saw there, and then some more Project Life pages. $5, guys. $5. That is probably the best deal in all of Canada. I don't know if you can get it cheaper in the States, but we can't get it cheaper here. So go to ninabrooks.com and order your pages. I'm not paid to say that. So this is from Seven Paper Company, and it's just a collection of cat stuff. I think it's called Meow. Meow? Maybe. Anyway, so I had the dog little word stickers, and then I have the whole cat collection, which is really cute. And I have to start scrapping my pup. I know it's taking me a long time to grieve for him, so I haven't really been scrapbooking him, and he's sort of been omitted a little bit from Project Life, but I have to get that scrapped, and I should be scrapping my cats more, so they're an important part of our life. So that's what those two things were. And then now this is the Hugs and Kisses collection from Simple Stories, and that's what I'm going to be using today for my layout. So the collection comes with those two 6x12 sticker pages, and then it comes with these double-sided pages. You get two of each so that you can use each page. And I love how bold the red and the teal is. It looks really nice. And then there's those splashes of black and white and craft. I don't use craft that often, but I actually do really like the way the way the teal and the red pop off of the craft color. And that's the paper I'm going to use today, I think. And then, of course, some cut aparts, which will be lots of fun and pretty versatile. Some of it is very lovey-dovey themey, and some of it not so much. So I think I'll be able to get most of this used up. And that's just a really delicate heart with a little floral inside. And on this side, they look like postage stamps. So that's lots of fun too, to be able to cut that apart. All right, so on to the layout. Here is the picture that I'm going to be scrapping. I printed it off of my, sorry, I keep bumping my camera. It's not in a very good place, obviously. I printed the picture off of my Canon Selfie, and it's just my kids. I thought this year for Valentine's Day we'd do a little photo booth setup. Whoops, broke my brush. That's just a cheap brush that I got from IKEA, so I just glued it back in place, but I can replace it anytime. Oops, broke it again. Jeez. I just like using that brush because it was giving lots of nice texture on the back, and it's nice to switch it up a little bit. Sometimes, you use your fingers and that kind of gives a smoother finish to your gesso. Other times you can use a credit card or something like that, and it kind of gives more of a thicker texture, and the lines are a little bit more defined. And then this brush kind of gives just really nice soft bristle marks. So was I saying something before I said that? I don't know. Anyways, so I decided to pull out my new Mermaid watercolor pens, and I picked the three colors that are in the pink shades, and I'm just going to splash them all over the background just to give a little bit more interest. So I just had to get those flowing, and then I'm just squeezing enough for it to pool on the nib or on the bristles, and then I can splatter them. And I had this sucker wrapper for a layout that you're going to see coming up next, and I was just using that to move some of that color around. Oh, and this red is absolutely beautiful. I think this is called Lobster. It is very, very beautiful, but it looked like a giant nosebleed all over my page. So not to worry, most of it gets covered up, but yeah, it's not looking so hot right now, is it? It is a really beautiful, intense color though. And then I have that nice doily, heart doily that I'm going to use as a layer. And then here I'm actually pulling in all of the stuff from the photo booth. So these are all the cute little props that came in the photo booth set that I got, and I just got it from the dollar store. And I think I might do it again for Easter. I thought I saw another Easter set. I could be wrong, but I just thought it was kind of fun. I'm not going to use it again probably, so why not use them as embellishments for the layout. So there you can see the picture. Even though it's printed on the Canon Selfie, so it's not a true 4x6, it was still too big for that frame. So I'm going to cut the frame on the diagonal because I know that both that top corner and the bottom corner are going to be covered up, so you won't be able to tell that it was cut. And here I'll just start gluing some of this down. So I'm just going to use my ATG, and I'm trying to find some of the spots that are full so that I can make sure that the doily is put down as much as possible. And then next to my picture, whoops, trying not to get it too high, put it up too high. And so here's the first corner of that frame up in the top, and then the second corner will go down at the bottom. And by the time it's all put together, you will never know that it needed to be cut. So I just have to make sure I get it put down properly. So I think I'm going to put that love at the bottom for sure. And then these ones that are still on sticks are going to make a cluster up at that top corner. I just want to make sure that everything pops. So those red lips needed to go in the middle so it wasn't pink on pink. There we go. That's pretty much what my layout's going to look like. So I'll start gluing them all down, and for these two I'm gluing them right to the page. So I'm trying to get enough glue from my ATG that they're going to stick down to that gesso properly, and they still have the stick on them, so as the handle. So I just wanted to make sure there was lots of glue there. And then this little mustache I'm going to pop up. Knocking my camera again. Holy smokes. I'm not having much luck with that. That's the downfall of not having a dedicated scrap room, is that all of my video equipment has to be cleaned up and put away after I do each video. And so now down at the bottom I'm going to put these little hearts. There were some other pieces. There was some really cool heart glasses and stuff, but the kids confiscated those ones. They still play with them actually. And so the love will go down there, and then now I'm just going to pick a few stickers from the sticker sheet. The reds that are in the photo booth props are a different red than what's in the collection, so I'm trying to pick the ones that sort of match the closest. Then I decided not to use any craft, so I put that craft one away. And I'm just looking for a few different things. So here this one says February 14. And I think I put one away, a square one that said February 14, so I could have two circles. That one says I love you. And really that's all the extra embellishment I'm going to do. I felt like it needs something in that little, in the corner down at the bottom, because it's so top heavy. And right beside me I had these felt stickers. I've had them for ages and ages. So I picked the ones that don't have any brown in them, because that just doesn't go right with the color scheme. I didn't want to introduce a new color. So I put a big heart down at the bottom, and then just a couple little ones up at the top, so that at least it kind of flows through the layout. And now I'm going to use some of this Stampin' Up! Gold string. It's really, really thin, so I've tripled it up. And I'm just going to put a bow there with a little glue to hold it in place, and a pop dot in behind the sticks so that they don't move around. And then do you guys remember these? They're from SEI. They're really thick, glittery gold enamel dots. The glitter comes off, but I'm okay with that. They've sort of lost their stick, so here I have to glue down some of them. And did you notice my Tombow multi-mono glue is working? But yes, so I had to stick some of those down, and I thought, when else are you going to go overboard with pink and gold, right? Other than a Valentine's layout. So those went on. And now I'm just going to take my gold marker. That's from K and Company, I think. Or no, EK Success. It's from EK Success. And I'm just going to outline some of those hearts and color in a few of them and just outline a few things around the layout to make them stand out a little bit more. So the red, I really love the way the gold looks on the red. And then I decide to do, there's a pink heart in there that doesn't really stand out, so I'm going to put some gold around that. And then of course the mustache on top. And I drew a few little hearts just because the gold in this pen is a little bit different from the other gold on the paper, so I wanted to have it spread throughout the layout. And then to finish it off, of course, some gold Heidi Swap color shine, and I'm just going to sprinkle that all over the layout. And then after I put it away and it's dried, I decide that I want to mat it on some white paper. So in the still photos at the end, you'll see that I've backed it on some white cardstock and I've drawn a gold line around it. And that's it. That's my layout for Valentine's Day. I have another one coming up as well that's just a little bit quicker than this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them down below for me in the comments. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.